Anna is back, and Carly has every reason to feel uneasy. Oh, darlings, grab your sweet tea and settle in, because this first story is one of those slow burns that is going to simmer all summer long and get hotter with every single episode. Because Anna is home. And the moment she walked back through that door, something shifted in Port Charles that Carly can feel even if she cannot quite name it yet. And honey, that feeling has a very specific name. It is called history. And history between two people like Anna and Valentin runs deeper than almost anything else in this city. Let us start with what we know about these two, because you cannot understand what is happening right now without understanding where it all began. Valentin and Anna go back further than almost any other relationship on this canvas. They knew each other before Anna's life became the legendary story Port Charles has been living inside for decades. Before the marriages, before the children, before all of it, there was a young Valentin and a young Anna, learning who they were in a world that required them to become someone extraordinary just to survive it. That kind of origin does not simply fade. It lives in the bones. It shows up in the way two people look at each other across a room and understand things that nobody else in that room could possibly understand. And Valentin has never fully stopped carrying that.
Carly saw it.
She noticed it even before everything fell apart with Ross, the particular way Valentin talked about Anna, the grief in his voice when he described what had been done to her, the way he said Ross had broken her and meant it with his whole heart. Carly had to redirect him, had to remind him that finding Jocelyn had to come first. And Valentin listened. He prioritized. He did the right thing. But the worry about Anna never left him. It sat there underneath everything else, quiet and persistent. And now Anna is back, in Port Charles, in her apartment, struggling with something she is hiding from everyone, except that Valentin is probably the one person who will see through it. Because nobody, and this is simply the truth, nobody knows Anna the way Valentin does. Nobody has the particular combination of shared history, genuine love, and sharp enough instinct to look at Anna performing recovery and know that it is a performance. If anyone is going to notice that something is still very wrong, it is him. And if anyone is going to feel compelled to do something about it, to step in, to help, to be whatever Anna needs him to be right now, it is also him. Carly understands this intellectually. But understanding something and watching it happen in front of you are very different experiences. And watching Valentin move toward Anna with the particular tenderness of someone who has loved another person for decades, that is going to stir something in Carly that no amount of rational understanding can completely quiet. The question hanging over all of this is whether Valentin and Anna becoming closer right now leads somewhere that genuinely threatens what he and Carly have built. Because the breakup between Valentin and Anna was never about falling out of love. It was about pain and guilt and a child who could not share her father. Those circumstances have shifted. And what that means for the three people at the center of this triangle, Carly, Valentin, and Anna, is going to be one of the most emotionally rich conversations this summer has to offer. Britt gets a fresh start, and a handsome stranger is already headed her way. Now, darlings, let us pivot to something that is genuinely exciting and genuinely new. Because Britt is free. She is out. She is standing in Port Charles with a future that looks completely different from anything she was allowing herself to imagine just a few weeks ago. And the universe, in the particularly mischievous way it operates on this show, has already arranged for someone very interesting to walk straight into her orbit. A brand new doctor is coming to General Hospital. Australian, charming, and by all accounts exactly the kind of man who is designed to cause maximum disruption in the life of whoever he encounters first. His name is Tristan. And according to what the writing team has shared, he and Britt are going to bump heads immediately. They're going to get off on entirely the wrong foot. Now, if you have watched any amount of television in your life, darling, you know exactly what getting off on the wrong foot actually means. It means chemistry. It means two people who irritate each other in that very specific way that is almost impossible to distinguish from attraction until suddenly it is impossible to distinguish from anything else. It means that whatever Tristan and Britt's first interaction looks like on the surface, something underneath it is already sparking. The timing of this could not be more perfect for Britt. She came out of everything she has been through. The fake diagnosis, the captivity, the poison vials, the arrest, the revelation that her entire understanding of her own health was built on a lie, and she is still standing, still sharp, still completely and unapologetically herself. The old fire is coming back. The confidence that earned her the nickname that half of Port Charles still uses when they think she is not listening. Tristan is also carrying something. The show has confirmed he has ties to someone in Port Charles. Whether he knows about those connections yet is unclear. He may be walking into this city with full knowledge of what he is walking into. Or he may be completely unaware that the roots here go deeper than a job opportunity. Either way, that secret is going to surface eventually. And when it does, it is going to add a whole new layer to whatever is already developing between him and Britt. Jason is also due back any day now. And there are rumblings that his return is going to bring complications for Britt, specifically around the truth about Cassius and what Britt knew and when she knew it. If Jason feels like he was kept in the dark about something significant, that is going to create friction in a friendship that has always meant a great deal to both of them. So Britt is navigating a complicated emotional landscape even as she steps into something new and exciting with Tristan. That is Britt. She has never done anything the simple way. And watching her figure out who she is now, with a future she did not think she was going to have, is going to be one of the most satisfying character journeys this summer delivers. Serena is coming home, and Lucy needs her more than ever. And now, darlings, we close this week with news that is going to make every longtime General Hospital fan feel something warm and nostalgic and genuinely excited all at once. Because a face that has been absent from Port Charles for far too long is finally coming back. Serena Baldwin is coming home. And the timing of her return, right in the middle of everything erupting around Lucy and deception, could not be more significant. Let us talk about who Serena is for anyone who may be newer to this show, because her story is one of those General Hospital threads that goes all the way back to a time when Port Charles was a different city with some of the same beating heart. Serena is the daughter of Scott and a woman named Dominique, who passed away when Serena was very young. Lucy, who served as the surrogate who carried Serena into this world, stepped up. She helped raise her. She loved her not because biology demanded it, but because that is simply who Lucy is at her core underneath all the drama and the schemes and the spectacular entrances. That relationship between Lucy and Serena is one of the most genuinely moving things this show has quietly held on to even through Serena's long absence. And now Lucy is calling her home. Not for a visit. Not for a quick check-in. Because Lucy needs her. Because the trouble building around deception has reached the point where Lucy's hour of need has genuinely arrived. And when that happens, when Lucy truly needs someone, the person she reaches for is her daughter. The actress stepping into this role is no stranger to daytime television. She brings experience, warmth, and an energy that suggests she is going to fit into the rhythms of Port Charles very naturally. She is signed on as a recurring cast member, which means Serena is not just passing through. She is settling in. She is going to be part of the story in a meaningful way throughout the summer. And the story she is walking into is a genuinely juicy one. The deception battle between Lucy and Tracy is heating up significantly. Tracy is furious about the Cher's situation. Brooklyn is on Tracy's side. And Lucy, who has always fought hardest when she has the most to lose, is going to need every ally she can find. Serena arriving at exactly this moment gives Lucy something precious, someone on her side who loves her unconditionally. Not a business partner, not someone with their own agenda. Her daughter, the person who knows Lucy better than almost anyone and shows up anyway. That dynamic, mother and daughter reuniting in the middle of a corporate war, is the kind of layered storytelling that General Hospital does with such expertise. Because it is never just about the company or the shares or the legal maneuvering. It is about the relationship at the center of it. It is about what people do for each other when things get hard. And Lucy and Serena have always had something real worth fighting for. Port Charles is absolutely brimming with life right now, darlings. Carly watching Valentin move toward Anna and feeling that quiet, uncomfortable shift she cannot quite control. Britt stepping into a future she never thought she would get, and a brand new handsome doctor already on his way to complicate it beautifully. And Serena Baldwin coming home because her mother needs her, and she is not the kind of daughter who ignores that call. Every single story in the city right now is alive and moving and headed somewhere worth watching. And this summer is delivering on every promise it made from the very beginning.